Stanford University, a bastion of academia and the alma mater of some of college football's most legendary figures, Elway, Luck, Sherman, and McCaffrey. And today, the Stanford Cardinal will try to live up to that legacy. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Stanford Cardinal. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. To the air, it's Horn. Working the big fella downfield and outside. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And that's good enough for a first down.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. From the gun, running back on the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stem, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield, and make this life hard on this running back.
Breaks the tackle. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll leave it with the lone back. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking downfield, it's Lindsey. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes his connection. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. What do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. The give to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Stanford lines up to punt it away. A little trickeration, looking to throw. And it's caught. Can he get to the marker?
Man, that is awesome. That gets the juices going. That gets everybody excited. You work on these fake punts all the time, but you don't call them all the time. The coach saw something, executed it perfectly, called it at the right time, and got a shot in the arm, get some energy, snap it to the up back, completing the pass.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. It's complete on the right side. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Goes to the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Makes a connection. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. It's first and goal as Stanford comes to the line. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He'll take it himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinal! On to attempt the try. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. fair catch called for and made. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Line getting set on second down. Trying play action. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch around the 50. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Pressure coming. He'll take a deep shot here. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance.
Big plays in the passing game deep down the field that take time to develop. The big hog mollies up front got to protect their quarterback. Great job protecting him on that one.
They're trying to get to it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
He's got it and still on his feet. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. This is a tough one. A 3rd and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the first down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts. Welcome, everyone, to the farm in Palo Alto, home to the Stanford Cardinal and to legends such as Elway, Luck, and McCaffrey, all of whom went through battles like the one we'll see in this one. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. He'll call for the fair catch here. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. The give out of the gun. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands what? SEC, SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
And perhaps there's some confusion. The field goal unit is out there. And they fake. Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. And he'll be smacked to the ground. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And they'll touch it dead at about the 40. This offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Going deep. And he hauls it in after 25. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Stanford! They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. I'm not really sure what the thought process here is other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. After not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. And he just took a knee. I mean, so much for extending the play. He just quit on it. Backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays, now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. Auburn's going to have to send out. They snapped it to the up man. He's on the run. They weren't fooled for a minute. He is nowhere close to the first down, and they'll turn it over.
And obviously you're trying to catch him off guard, but it didn't work. I'm not a fan of fake punts. I'd rather put my offense on the field, and guys that do this for a living all the time are really good at it, but tried to sneak attack, and it did not work.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Ready to go back to work on offense. They'll try the right side. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Auburn people love to recite their creed, and I think somewhere in there, it's you should run the football well.
That's definitely a part of their blueprint. Every championship team, every great Auburn team starts with the big guys up front, paving the way, running the football, establishing that first will make the Auburn fan base proud.
Snagged in the middle. It's Kane. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
With the catch, it's Kane. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Caught in the backfield, it's Kane. Oh, he's got a chance. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Auburn! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Texas A&M found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in College Station. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking downfield, it's Lindsey. Coming after it. Takes a shot as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. He'll take it on the return.
The return brings it out to the 34. And the Auburn offense will take over 1st and 10.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Kane. Flying down the left side. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Quick toss. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Wow, what a big play. And how about the hit-stick tackle right there? That's one this offense is going to remember.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looking for a man. It's Lindsey. He's right on target. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Fires to the wideout. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away.
18 in punt formation to kick it away.
Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to go up top on first down. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Off the play fake. Feeling some heat. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We've got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Shoots it to the left. Intercepted. And they didn't give him much on the return, but they are in prime scoring position at the 22. Excellent field position here for the offense. They'll give it to the back.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Got enough space. Touchdown, Cardinal. And let's put up points today. What do you say?
And that's why this quarterback is such a big weapon, guys, because in this area of the field, they can call these design QB runs, get the extra blocker at the point of attack, and go score it. And they showed you that physicality there.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fair catch called for and made. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Big first down sack for the defense, brings up 2nd down. Quarterback keeper. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Horn. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, David. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
To the air on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. To throw, it's Lindsey. Quarterback extends the play. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Get the quarterback off the spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play.
And that ball is live in the backfield. He picks it up, still on his feet. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Parker. And a little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's caught downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get into the 33-yard line. The Tigers will have it 1st and 10. The give from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
We're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Dropping back, it's Horn. Throws to the wideout. Oh, makes a diving snag along the right sideline. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat-fit it in a tight window. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Quarterback on the keeper. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Quick completion on the out route. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. The play action fake. Quarterback now breaking the field. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
No good. Still leading by 2 after the miss. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. The back goes in motion. He'll start this drive firing. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's 1st down from the 44. Looking to move it through the air. Throws toward the end zone. Picked off. Taking it the other way. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Just just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, Dave.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
It's complete. A huge pickup. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. The give to the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Quarterback will keep it. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
The defense was ready for that sneak attempt. They sealed up every crevice, nowhere to go.
And you know it's a predictable situation. You know it's short yardage. They want to run the quarterback sneak. Got to get penetration. And linebackers, boy, they got to jump over the pile, go meet him in the backfield. Nice job at the deep.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
That's such a terrible feeling, too, if you're the quarterback, because on 4th down, they're calling for you on a designed run. They're putting all their hopes on you to somehow go out and get that first, and he knew it. There was just nowhere to go. It's got to be a terrible feeling when you know the defense is won, especially on 4th down, and you're going to be coming off the field.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
They get him down after he makes the catch.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Back to throw, it's Horn. Fires to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. He's past the 30. Still on his feet at the 45. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they're running.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 30. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Stanford! And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half.
Quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Here comes the two-point try. Looking to throw. Buys a little time. Knocked off his feet.
And these decisions to go for two, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Great job by the offense, being patient, understanding when they're in zone coverage. I got to hit those tight windows, make those precise passes to get those big plays.
Off play action on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that pass is caught at the 25.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
The throw. Touchdown, Auburn. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Cal found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat. A perfect example of just how strong this program is. All about stacking wins there in Berkeley. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Auburn 26, Stanford 23.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. To the air, it's Lindsey. And they can't make the play on third down.
And on that third down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up fourth.
Stanford lines up to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
And the offense has a long field in front of them as the ball is marked down at the 10. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps its drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. He'll come out throwing on first down. Flips it out to the back. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Complete on third down. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Really good job by the defense. Seeing the running back. Don't let that dude who's super fast, elusive, catch the ball in space. Nice job staying glued to him. As soon as he caught that puppy, he got drilled.
And that is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Well, you got to wonder if the pressure got to the kicker. Fourth quarter, down by 3, just did not get all of it. That's one you'd like to have back.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. That's reeled in. It's Kane. Got room at the 35. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone.
Stanford, 23.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He wants to go deep. He's got it on the right. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Cardinal! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? And you can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. He's going to run it. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? You don't see that penalty too often, but we see it here, an illegal forward pass. Let's see what they've got on second down. Dropping back, it's Horn. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
It's unfortunate for this offense, guys. Had they not had the mental errors and mistakes early in the drive, pretty right now. Even after that long gain on the running play, they've still got 4th down.
Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch. As you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. When they put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Stanford gets set to snap it on 1st down. The run from the shotgun. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
This quarterback, part of their running game. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
And that quarterback can go, just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Now he's looking to throw it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Yeah, and that's fine. Listen, it's go time. Right now it's coming up on 3rd down. You probably got 2 downs anyways. It's the 4th quarter. It's time for this QB to take charge.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. Touchdown, Stanford! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They'll go with a direct snap. Past the 1st down marker and still running. And what a huge play for this offense after that great run. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Wants to throw. It's Horn. They're bringing heat. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down.
It's the 4th quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need a score badly. We've got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. This one's complete. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. He definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. And if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.